In this video, we're going to go over configuring our store. Now remember, we installed the sample data while we were doing the install. So we have a pre-built store for us here. It gives us a little bit of help when it comes to configuring our store, as there's already data in here, so we can just change it to meet our needs. So here is our admin area that we logged into just at the end of the last video. So you can go into here and start modifying what you want to modify inside your store. Now see that down the left hand side here, it shows you the statistics of your store. So how many customers and products and so on. You get some statistics down the side here. Well, that's an easy way to look at a glance what's going on here. Okay, now when you look at config management over here, you get a drop down menu. So let's go to my store. Now these contain what we set up when we were going through the setup process, but you can change it here at any time or change any of the values in here if you want to edit them. Now to edit, all you have to do is pick the one you want to edit, let's say store owner here, and you can just put in what you want here and click update. Okay, so that's how you change any of these that you want here. Okay, now next you have your minimum and maximum values. These are so you can set the number of characters that have to be in a field for it to be accepted. So you can keep people from just putting in a letter or something and zipping through it. And then same with maximum values. Maximum values is the largest that it can be. Now because we used the demo data, these are already populated. And I would leave these as they are and then tweak them later if you need to. Okay, images. So these are the sizes of the different images that you're using on your site in the different spots. Okay, again, you can leave these as they are and tweak them when you want to change them. Okay, customer details. Again, these are already populated. So again, you can leave these as they are unless you need to change it. Okay, now shipping here, this is where you will be needing to change something because depending on where you are, you're going to need to configure your shipping. Okay, now you see the big yellow banner up there, our store zip code is not defined, so we need to set that up. Okay, and right here where it says postal code, and then change this to where you're shipping from. Okay, and then you can customize these for your package sizes the way you're going to want them. Okay, your product listings. Okay, again, these are preset, so if you go back and look here, this is basically what you're going to see in your store. So this is the layout it's getting at here. Now if we look at our product layouts, let's go and look at one. This is what our product page layout is going to look like. So if you're happy with that, then you don't have anything to change. Now if you go back here, you can change any of those that are available in here to the way you want it to look. Okay, stock. So you can customize these as you like as well. Okay, next logging. I wouldn't change any of these. Your email options. Now by default it uses the PHP email transport, and that's usually fine in most cases. And here's where you can change the email addresses you put in as you were going through the install. So if you want to change them, this is where you can do it. Okay, and then where are we? Attribute settings. Okay, so these top ones are for download, the number of days you can download, etc. These are probably fine the way they are. And then down here, how you want the spacing and so on. Okay, so you can just set these the way you want as well. As you see, there's a lot to this. Now, gzip compression. If we want to enable gzip compression, this will speed up our site a little bit. Okay, so 0 off and 1 is on. So let's turn it on. Okay, here we have sessions. Okay, so these are just controlling the session of the person logged in. You probably want to leave this the way it is. Now, regulations here. Whether you want to confirm the terms and conditions during the checkout process or confirm the privacy notice before account creation procedure. So you can change these here. I'm going to turn this one to true. And as you see, there's a lot to configure here, and that's why we used the sample data. Okay, so next we have gift vouchers and coupons. The default order status for 0 balance order. So the 0 balance order, and then they abandoned it. It's sitting there as processing. Okay, length of the redeem code 10. You don't need to change any of this unless you want to. If you want to have a coupon code for new signups, you could select the coupon in here. We haven't set any up yet, so we would have to set one up first, and then we could choose it out of here. Okay, new sign up gift voucher amount, so we can give it an amount here. And then we have maximum discount coupons per page and minimum discount coupon report results per page. Okay, now here we are, credit cards. This just shows you what credit cards you're going to turn on your site to display when they pay. So if you want to turn one on, you just set it to 1 here. So American Express and Discovery, for instance. Okay, so those will show those credit card images on checkout. Now, product info. These are for navigation and buttons and so on. It just shows you whether they're on or off. And down here, the image width. Now, if you click on these, you'll see that we have different values here. So we have 0 is off, 1 is align left, 2 is align center, 3 is align right. Okay, so if we look at this, we have 1 here, which is align left, and you'll see that that's what's in the drop down. That's how these numbers are determined. It uses a system of numbers in here for showing where things belong, and we're going to see that when we get to the next part of our product listings. So if we go to, well, we're not quite there yet, layout settings. Now these are, if we go back and look over here, we have our left boxes. So it says here column width left boxes, column width right boxes. So these are left boxes and there's our right boxes. So that's what we're setting there. Okay, so this is how you set how the thing is set up, how the boxes and so on and all the different parts of the site work. Now again, I wouldn't change any of these unless you have something specific you don't like about it. This is rather advanced settings. So that's why we brought in the sample data, and then we can just change what we want to change. Now website maintenance, this is just if you want to put your website into maintenance mode so nobody can see it, you can change it here, and then there's different settings within there that you can set as well. Okay, now here's what I was talking about with listings. You'll see that we have a 4-digit codes in here. So if we click on this, for instance, display product image, it says 1102. You want us to display the product image. So if we change this to 0, then it will not display the product image. Okay, now the first digit, left or right. So 1 is left, 2 is right. What that means is it aligns it left or aligns it right. You have 2 different columns on the page. Second and third digit are the sort order. So you'll see here we have sort order 10, 20, 30. If we look at the second and third digits here. And then we have, now this is the right side, 10, 20, and 30, and 40. And then we have the fourth digit, number of breaks after. So that's like a break. So we have 2 breaks after, 2 breaks after, 0 after, 1 after. So that's how you can change the spacing in there. Okay, so that's what all these things mean. Now once again, I wouldn't change anything here until you have your store product set up and everything, and then you can come back and start tweaking the way it looks. Okay, and then this is all more or less works the same way. Our featured listings. So if we go over here, let's go back home here. And if we roll down, here's our featured listings. Okay, so that's what that one's about. But you see, all of these different blocks are controlled within here. Okay, so again, this is just, again, using the number system to determine where it's going. So that's what all this is. Okay, and then all listings. Same thing again. For instance, display the product name. If we look in here, it says 2101. So first digit is going to be right. Second and third digit, sort order. And fourth digit, number of breaks. Okay, and then index listing. This is the stuff on the index page. So show new products on main page. And so that's set to 1. Now, if we edit this, well, let's go back here. If we look here, you'll see here new products. If we go back and edit this and put it to 0. Now when we go back here, let's refresh. And you'll see that the new products has disappeared from here. Okay, so that's just what we're doing here, is we're controlling what's showing on the index page. Okay, define page status. These are the different pages we have on our site, and we can turn them on or off here. And then our easy page settings. Okay, so the header bar, footer bar, sidebar, link separator, page footer, link separator, all of these different parts you can disable or enable in here. Okay, so those are some general settings. I just went through that fairly quickly because we're going to leave most of that as it is at this point anyway. So in the next video, we're going to get into some of the setup.